So guys, welcome to CYBERSAFE. So in this video, I showed how I got to scam some of Aina's subscribers. Well, maybe I will not call it scam so that it does not seem as if I'm a scammer or something, but I social engineered them. In case you don't know what social engineering is, perhaps by the end of the video, you get an idea of what social engineering is. And during this process, I got some of their sensitive information and almost got them to install a malware, but I decided not to do the other part because it would just be, I didn't want them to install any malware, but I could have done so if I was a really malicious person, or if I was one of these hackers or scammers that are going out there. I could have gotten them to install a malware that would give me access to their mobile device, bank details, and any form of sensitive information I required. So I woke up one morning and I was going through YouTube to get some form of ideas on a new video to do, and to get ideas for my ebook, which I'm currently writing. And then I stumbled on Aina's community post that said something like he needs, or is trying to get, a new admin manager, something like that. And immediately, I don't know why that idea came to my head, but I felt like, oh, I could as well try to scam some people or try to impersonate him and then see if people would give me sensitive details or take any action I tell them to take. So for me to have pulled off a successful social engineering attack, I had to think of a strategy that would make this work. So I thought, how can I get some of these subscribers to give me some of their sensitive or personal information and also get them to click on some malicious link? And then I thought, okay, the best way would be to send a phishing email. That is what people might know as a spam email or a malicious email. So I had to get the emails of these people, which was the difficult part. So let's look into the strategy of the attack. How did I strategize to make this attack successful? So I decided to reach out to them because I had to reach out to the subscribers or the targets, the people that I was targeting. But how did I choose my targets, or who were the people that I got to social engineer? So what I did was I said the best way to reach out to these people would be via email, because that is the only way Aina will reach out to them. There was no other means of reaching out to these people rather than email, but I had to get their emails. So I checked some of the comments and I needed to know, first of all, the people that indicated interest, that they were interested in this opportunity or that they applied for this position. And so I saw some comments of some people stating that they had applied and they are so happy that they applied. Some were grateful for the opportunity. Some were asking different questions like, is it a remote job, or how did they go about it? So it wasn't really helpful with the information I saw there, but I could visibly see those that had indicated that they had applied for that position. Although I needed more people to indicate. Some people just clicked on the link and applied without leaving a comment, but I needed to know those people that applied. And what I did was to pull a social engineering trick. So what I did was I left a comment and said, I think you guys can also comment on if you are applying. Tayo is just being helpful with this opportunity. So what I was doing here, I was part of the first guys that left some my comment on this post, but it felt like some of these people were engaging with the link. That's the form. Some of them were applying, but I couldn't know those that were applying from those that were not applying. So I just had to do this. This is a form of social engineering. So I wanted people that had applied to click to comment done, so that I will know those that I'm targeting. So some of them, as you can see, the comment had 6 likes, which was like the highest number of likes on this post. Then going down, well, people were indicating that they applied. Some said it directly, some were indirect about it. And scrolling down, there was someone that said done, which is obvious. That means this person applied. I'm just hoping I have this person's email. It seems like it might be easy to get this person. Then okay, someone also said I did mine, hope I get a reply. So indirectly, the person didn't say done, but the person indicated that he or she also applied. So let's continue this attack. So it was clear that my targets were going to be those that have clearly indicated that they registered or they have applied for that position. And the best way to reach out to them was via email, because that would be the only way that Tayo could have reached out to them. So I had to start searching for their email, and this process took me about an hour. I had to wake up overnight to even start making some research. And for some people, those ones that were content creator in the comments, their email was easy to find, because most content creators leave their emails in the about section in case someone wants to sponsor any of their videos, or in case someone wants to reach out to them for business inquiries, they would have their email. So I easily got those ones emails. But for some others that did not have emails at all, it was difficult to get their emails, but if you know where to search for, these things are easy. So for some of them that do not have their emails on their Google account, I had to link them up to their different social media platforms like Instagram, for example. So for some, I went to their Instagram with the name they used on their YouTube account, or for their Google account. I went to their Instagram account, searched for the same name, checked and compared their images, and when I found out that it was the same person, I checked their Instagram and I saw their contact section which had their email. So most people always have their email in their Instagram contact section. So I just copied out their email from that place. So I had about roughly 12 targets when I was ready to start the attack. And before I started this attack, I didn't want it to be targeted at so many people, because then if I'm sending whatever email I'm sending to over 30 people, definitely few of them would have some cybersecurity knowledge or cyber safety knowledge, and they would find a way to tip Tayo, I know that someone is trying to scam his subscribers, or someone is impersonating him, something like that. So I decided to just limit the amount of people that I was targeting this attack to. So I limited it to just 12 people. So after gathering emails of about 12 people, I decided that that was enough. So what I did was I created an email, and this email was an email that, if you're not careful, you would really think that this email was coming from Tayo, I know himself, because I had to create a Google account. I used his first name and his last name. I also used I used an email that was Tayo I know Films, and I tried using Films with one S, but it seemed like it was taken maybe by him or so. So I just had to put double S, something that would still not be noticeable by anyone that is not very careful while looking. So after creating this email, tayoinofilms@gmail.com, then I decided that I was ready to send these phishing emails. But before I sent it, I felt like I need to make this very professional, because if I just create an email with tayoinofilms@gmail.com, it still might not do the trick. So what I did was I added this image, and after adding this image, in the signature part of Gmail, for those that don't know that Gmail has signature, you could add what they call signature. Most companies, most offices use a Gmail signature. So the signature is where it helps you to brand. You could put any form of brand. You could put your organizational logo or your brand logo, whatever form of logo that was there. So I had to put his name. I customized his name. I made it a different color. I put the YouTube logo, something that just gives it the feel that, okay, this is original and this might be coming from Tayo I know. So after creating the signature, I decided that, well, I'm good at this point and the mail is ready to go out. So the next step was to craft the email, which was the tricky part. So I had overnight, after I woke up overnight, I had to think about different strategies or ways of sending this email in a way that they would easily believe the email is coming from Tayo himself, and they will take whatever action I tell them to take. So if you've enjoyed the video so far at this point, please give us a thumbs up and don't forget to click on that subscribe button. We really appreciate it. So after trying different types of formal emails and informal emails, I decided that I needed to go in between. I had to make the mail formal and in a way informal, because if I made it all formal, then it would just look very, I don't know, it would look formal. So I had to make it in between. So it was formal and then it was informal. I had to put in some jokes or some funny lines. You see the email and how it looks like. So let me show you everything about the email and how the social engineering worked. So as you can see on my screen, I have this is his name, this is his image, as I told you, and this was the email I used, tayoinofilms with double S @gmail.com. Let me show you what the form looks like. As you can see, the Google form, it has this is logo. You can see responses. I got 4 responses from people, and see the details requested: email, first name, middle name, surname, date of birth, state and country. Example, Abuja in this, so it was very specific. Address, marital status, gender, the maiden name, phone number, passport photograph, government issued ID card, signature, and then how do you feel about being one of the selected applicants? No long story, keep it short, LOL. So yeah, let me just show you the email, because I guess that's the most important part. So this is how the email looked like. I said, hi, name of the person. Thank you very much for your interest in working with us at Tayo I know Films. We have received your application for our full-time admin manager position. We are happy to inform you that after reviewing the numerous applications received from subscribers, we found you to be one of the qualified candidates. I said one of the qualified candidates. We decided to give this opportunity to 6 people. And there is a reason why I did that there. So I know for some people, when you apply for a job, for example, you might know in your heart that you are not eligible for the job, that there are people that are better than you, but you just want to apply and try your luck. So if I told this person that, or if I sent this mail that, okay, we've chosen you, or you are the chosen one, they might be suspicious, because why me? Because I know I'm probably not going to be the best out of these people that they sent. That was why I did it this way. So I said, you are one of the qualified candidates. We decided to give this opportunity to 6 people. So the person will feel like, okay, since the 6 people and I'm part of them, then it's not a bad thing. So, after a month of probation and training, we would finally choose that person that fits our needs. So at this point, it makes a lot of sense. So Aina said, kindly fill this form within 24 hours. So this was social engineering here that was sort of employing urgency. So imagine someone seeing this maybe after 12 hours of me sending it, because not everyone reads their emails, and maybe they've seen this after 24 after maybe 10, 11 or close to 24 hours, they will quickly want to click on it and fill in with the information without looking at the email carefully, or without trying to digest the entire thing. So kindly fill this form within 24 hours of receiving this mail, and we will communicate the next steps with you. Then I put a Google form here. So what most of these scammers used to do is that they will first of all send you a random message and tell you blah blah blah. They will introduce themselves when they are trying to scam you, or when they want you to click on a malicious link or download malware. They will send you an email and tell you we are from this company. They will just put some fake information there, and then once you engage with them and tell them, oh, we're interested, the moment you do that, then once you've replied to them, Google now marks it as, oh, this person is not a spam, or this email is not a spam. So once you've engaged with them, then the second email they will usually send to you will now contain a link which is usually malicious, either a Dropbox link, a mega link, or whatever it is. So this is just information to you. So after sending that Google form, which I sent, the Google form was basically to collect their information, like I told you. So I thought to myself that, what if I'm actually sending this email to someone that did not apply at all? Because basically what I did was getting the emails of people I could find that in a way indicated that they had interest or something like that. But I was not entirely sure if all the people I was sending this email to did apply for the opportunity in the first place. So out of the 12 people that I sent it, only 4 people responded. So there's a possibility that some people don't read their emails. I'm sure most of us have emails that we really don't look at all. While some people, maybe somewhat, so that could be the case. Some people didn't see the email because they didn't read it. Why some people actually saw the email but they did not apply, and the reason they did not respond back, or the reason why they did not feel the reason why they did not suspect was because of this next line which I put. So I said, if you didn't apply for this position, this is social engineering. Kindly ignore this email, as it might have been sent in error, as the entire recruitment process was automated. Well, if you look at it, or if you dip it, if you look and well, you will see it does not really make sense. But most people, once they just see automated, once they see some form of English like this, they just skip the entire stuff. So, and after that, and then I put, this was done with signature, like I told you. I can show you how to do that, but maybe later. So I just added this signature, Tayo Aina, from Tayo Aina Films, founder/CEO, and I put YouTube logo. So without, if this was not there, then they might suspect a bit, or they might feel this is fishy. So this was the email. This was the same type of email I sent to all of them. So after the person I responded, I sent another email. I said, hi, name. This is an email confirming receipt of your biodata responses. The team will be in touch with you on the next steps. Remember, you will be going through a 1-month probation phase for us to pick that one person that truly fits our brand. Please go ahead with your day-to-day. Okay, so at this point, remember I told you that it never really occurred to me that some of these people might have jobs and then they might go ahead and quit their jobs because of this, but I don't think so. But it now occurred to me that there's a possibility. So I felt like, okay, in this reply mail, let me just state it in a way that I'm not telling them that this is a scam or this is a social engineering attack, but I don't want them to quit their businesses or go around telling people that they have gotten a job very excited and all. So I didn't want that to be the case. So I said, please go ahead with your day-to-day activities, job or business, and try not to get too excited. Keep this confidential, and I made it red, so at least they would think it's legit until you receive the confirmation letter / email as earlier stated. Thank you and congratulations once again. So this was a harmless email sent again. So after sending this email, I could as well continued with sending a mail that the last email, which would have a link that they can get their confirmation letter like I told them. So I could just send the link that could have, if I was someone that was malicious, I could send a malicious link and say, oh, okay, this is the link for you to download the confirmation letter and also see the videos and watch some videos that will help you on what you're supposed to do since you've gotten this position, something like that. I didn't really go for that because I didn't want it was I felt like this was kind of risky in terms of I didn't want people to just go too far with this, so I just had to stop it there. But this is showing you how powerful something like this can be. So finally, the person responded. After that, the person said, "Dear Tayo, thank you so much for this amazing opportunity. I truly appreciate it and I look forward to working with you. Warmest regards, name." So most of them too also had such response after I sent them the second mail. Some of them were appreciative about the opportunity given to them, and why I think 1 out of the 4 did not really respond because maybe there was nothing to respond. And then after I felt like it was enough, that was when I now told the person, "Hi, name. Apologies for this email, but I am not the real Tayo. I know this was a social engineering attempt to see how you would react to it. I'm sorry you failed this test. I am also a content creator that teaches online safety and cybersecurity in Nigeria. I create awareness on things like this. I once again apologize for this. It will be fun. It will be a fun video we can learn from. Do you mind if I upload a video about this?" Most times, all these scammers or hackers or whatever you might call them, they either try to get some of your sensitive information, which they call PII, personally identifiable information, which they can use to commit identity theft. They could steal your identity and then use it to register on platforms. They could use it to register a bank account and stuff. So you might be wondering how someone could register a bank account using a different names or different alias. Is it alias? Or how do they pronounce ALIAS? Well, so basically what I needed was for them to give me all their sensitive information, everything about them. I know it's kind of tricky to request for government issued ID card without stating a reason. So I said the reason was just so that if we wanted to travel, since they had gotten the opportunity or they had gotten the job, if they wanted to travel, they would have, or I will make sure that with this that they are eligible to travel with me being Tayo Aina to any place in the country. If you are using flight, they usually request for some form of identification. So that is the purpose of requesting that government issued ID card. So that was the description I put there so that they would they won't easily doubt the form, because I mean I had to put social engineering in everything I was doing there. So I crafted the entire form with those sensitive information. So I was just trying to gather that information. At the point I wanted to send a malicious link, but this is just an awareness video and sending a malicious link would be criminal. So it's something I didn't do. But I could have just sent a Grabify link or a link that could get their IP address and get some details about the mobile phones they are using and some of those other sensitive details. So I'm very sorry for that. But the reason I did it is just to create some form of awareness and to pass this information across to Nigerians and anyone watching this, because I know Nigerians are usually not concerned about their online safety or cyber security until they become victims of some of these things. Even though you feel like, oh, someone cannot scam you for money or someone cannot collect money from you, well, there are things that they can collect from you that is worth more than money at that time. Like this information I collected from them, I could use it to get money. I could use all this information to open a loan application and then collect money from those loan applications. I hope I'm not giving some scammers some tips. Well, so I could use their details to collect loans. I could do anything with these details because I didn't want to, on the mail I sent in the first place, I didn't want to tell them, okay, you've gotten the job, but you need to pay some registration fee, because at that point they will say, why would Tayo Aina be requesting for registration fee, and once I'm requesting money from them, then the social engineering attack just becomes very useless, because at that point it becomes suspicious that Tayo would not be requesting for money from us for any form of registration. So I didn't want to go that route. But there are some routes, or there are some scammers that go straight to finding a way to request money from you, or finding a way to get money or get you to drop some money. But I'm quite experienced, even more than all these scammers. So I know what will work and what will not work. So if you ask me what I think after pulling off this social engineering attack, I would say, first of all, I could easily fault Tayo Aina in a way, but obviously it's not his fault and it's nobody's fault. But if one thing he can do, and I want everyone to take this as an advice for those that have businesses, for those that have organizations, for those that have any form of, if you have a business you run online, or as an individual, if Tayo Aina had come out to say, okay, this is my only email, this is the only email I have, because his email is in his about section and it's not a Gmail, which is a good thing. Some people use public mailing domain like gmail.com, which is not good. You should have your own private email or mailing platform as a content creator, as a brand. Okay, I explain that in so many of my videos. You can always watch some of my videos and you hear some of those things. So if he had from time to time tell them that this is the only email I have, and if anybody should reach out to you with any other type of email, please know that it is not me and it is probably a scam. But he didn't do this, and he also did not expect that some people would try to scam people using this opportunity that he had created. So he put out a job opening, and then I'm sure he never expected that someone could exploit this and try to scam some of his subscribers. If when he put out these applications, he told his subscribers, please beware, and if anyone contacts you requesting for money, or if anyone reaches out to you, if it is not from this email, it is not from me. Or if I don't announce that I have gotten someone, please, whatever form of information you receive is not my own. Then I think nobody will actually fall for this. So as business owners, as brands, we should always try on social media to let people know that, okay, this is my only social media account. I don't have any form of social media account. If you see anyone out there again, it's a scammer or it's someone that is impersonating me. So you should tell your subscribers this. Don't think everyone should know this. Sometimes it's not always the case. Also, another thing I want to tell you is that social engineering is really powerful, because in the email I sent, I employed urgency, where I said you have 24 hours to respond. So people would, once they see something like that, they don't try to read the email, they don't try to look carefully, they just quickly respond, because you have 24 hours to respond before you lose the opportunity. So I employed urgency, I employed social proof, I employed so many parts of social engineering. If you read about social engineering, you will know how powerful it is, and that is what most of these scammers, all these hackers and all these people use to either hack your social media accounts or do whatever they want to do. So you need to just try and read about social engineering. You probably understand everything I'm talking about. So in all this attack, what I used was my open source intelligence gathering and just basic social engineering tricks. I didn't really use anything, so it was not expensive to pull off this attack, and yet I got results. Or there are some attacks that are really expensive, when they have to start crafting malwares, they have to start doing all those stuff, but this was straightforward. So like I said, the information I collected was enough to cause a lot of damage. I could use it to social engineer the customer care of whatever mobile number they're using. I could call their customer care and tell them, oh, this is my number, that please, I need you to block it because I misplaced my number. And they can block their number because most times what they will ask you is, okay, can you tell us your maiden name? I had the maiden name there. They can ask me, can you tell me your date of birth? They will just ask me basic information, which I can easily provide for them based on the information I already have. And then they will block the person's number. Or I could use it to register on loan applications like I told you. So it's just that on the form, I forgot to impute BVN. I didn't ask for BVN, but if I had asked for BVN on that particular Google sheet I sent out, they would have filled the BVN, because they filled all the information, and they would have as well put the BVN, which if someone has your BVN, the person can also do a lot of dangerous stuff. So, and it's not everyone that, I think there was one non-Nigerian or two non-Nigerians out of the 4 people that responded. I can't remember their countries, but I know about 2 of them were Nigerians, so I could have requested for BVN or whatever they have in those other countries. I could have easily just sent them different forms and then one will have a request for BVN and the others won't. So it depends. So I know this video was long, but currently I'm writing an ebook that addresses the cybersecurity posture of every individual and organization and also brands and businesses. So it talks about the possible attacks that a business could face or a brand could face. It talks about the possible attack you as an individual could face, either your social media or your small business that you have running or whatever it is. As long as you are online, as long as you have a mobile device, it addresses every form of attack. I shared case scenarios or case studies on some of these attacks you could face either as an organization and how to protect yourself from all those things. So the ebook is coming up soon. I don't know if you're watching this video after the ebook has dropped. The link will be in the description for you to purchase the ebook. It will be quite affordable. So for those new on this channel, what we do is we teach online safety, digital safety. I share my cybersecurity journey with most people and try to educate those that are trying to get into cybersecurity, and then I try to expose online scams and some of those stuff. So that's what we do on this channel. So if you feel like you're interested in watching some of my videos, you can go ahead and watch the videos we've done in the past, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I have a video which I did like this, which I tried to scam subscribers of a popular American YouTuber that talks about online scams, and you would love to see how that one ended. So you can go ahead and watch the video which you can see on your screen here, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.